What was that just? Someone just turned the script on the market. Overnight, everything shifted. Everyone is freaking out. Somewhat dubious activity has been detected. According to one analyst, have they betrayed our trust? Massive accumulation of BlackRock will resume. Shiba Inu's destiny may be altered by this. The Shiba Inu may soon eliminate a few digits. Tell me what's going on. Furthermore, what am I even referring to? Allow me to clarify. Important notice. Does something happen? A few short days ago, Shiba Inu was skyrocketing, and the level of enthusiasm was absolutely phenomenal. A sense of relief washed over the people as they finally began to heal from the devastating losses they had endured in the previous weeks. Following what seemed like an unending period of seeing the Shiba Inu plummet, this upsurge restored optimism. It appeared like Shiba Inu had finally broken away from the downward cycle, and social media was humming with celebration from traders. However, today, it's an entirely other narrative. The power dynamic has reversed. To put it mildly, just days ago Shiba Inu's confidence was skyrocketing, but now it's starting to waver. As they try to make sense of what had transpired, investors find themselves taken aback. Many are paralyzed with fear, not knowing whether to continue or abandon ship before the situation worsens. Still others are holding out hope that this is simply a temporary setback before prices jump again. Some people have witnessed this far too often to even consider it an isolated incident. Even they are taken aback by the unpredictability of the cryptocurrency market. Is something more significant transpiring? Or is this only another difficult period? Once again, the terror is setting in. All the enthusiasm and anticipation has turned to apprehension due to the hype. However, let me explain. Perhaps this is only a momentary setback. According to one expert, Shiba Inus are actually preparing for a major revival. Shiba Inu is still maintaining its position above a critical support level, as pointed out by renowned market analyst Ali Martinez. A tremendous 50% increase is possible if purchasers begin to participate again. If the momentum continues to build, he went so far as to say that a rally to a substantially higher price could be possible. And you know what? A few hours ago, Shiba Inu momentarily fell below that crucial level before quickly rising again. That means there is a lot of tension between buyers and sellers in this price range. J. Von Marx is another bullish analyst. The Shiba Inu, he remarked a week ago, is continuing a breakout trend that began in late 2022. He reckons the Shiba Inu population might explode by 500% if that trend continues, which would totally alter the dynamics of the market. The entire atmosphere surrounding Shiba Inus would change in an instant if that were to occur. On the other hand, not everyone is certain that a demonstration is imminent. Things may remain difficult for a little longer, according to some experts. Just one major problem: Shiba Inu isn't quite making it anymore. The number of daily transactions reached millions at the beginning of the year. Unless recently, that figure has dropped to a minuscule fraction. That's a significant decline. It may indicate that fewer individuals are engaging with the ecosystem or that network usage is declining. Then what comes next? While some market watchers predict a breakout is imminent, others believe further declines are more likely. The true issue is whether the bulls will rise to the occasion and assume leadership. In contrast, could we see yet another dip before the market recovers? But the wild part is right here. The community is reeling from the sudden disappearance of a large number of Shiba Inus. Over the past 24 hours, a significant portion of the meme currency supply has been destroyed, rendering those tokens permanently locked in secure wallets that will never be accessed by anyone. Based on what we know from Shiba Burn, a small number of transactions have decimated tens of millions of Shiba Inus. What was the most outrageous aspect? It was almost entirely comprised of those two transfers, the second of which occurred within an hour of the other. Suddenly it seemed like someone pressed the accelerator on the burn process. People are frequently talking about this kind of abrupt change. Is there a new surge of interest in cutting supply as a result of this? Alternatively, was it a singular incident? Everyone is now waiting to see if this upsurge in popularity is sustainable, or if it was temporary. While this is going on, you may be asking what the fuck is going on? What is the current factor that is influencing the pricing of Shiba Inus? So let's stand back and see the broader view. For the simple reason that Bitcoin remains central to everything. And you know what? Shiba Inus just saw their value plummet, and Bitcoin was no exception. Just like the rest of the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin's price has dropped precipitously today, settling into the mid-80,000 level, but for what reason? How did this come to be? Evidently the crypto world was just rocked by the recent major summit of former US President Donald Trump. Things took a strange turn, but you would think that kind of publicity would generate more buzz. This is when things get wild. Somewhat surprisingly, one analyst made a discovery. Trump delivered a strong statement immediately following the summit. Keep your bitcoins at all times. I thought that would have boosted my self-assurance. Does this mean he's buying into cryptocurrency? Well, that's not precise. That is after what transpired. Every single person made a sale. After Trump's comments, the expert went as far as posting a snapshot of Bitcoin's price chart, which showed a huge sell-off. How about the caption? One more rug for Trump. A total con. I find it strange. Is something more going on here than a mere coincidence? Did major players already have plans to dump, capitalizing on the summit's hoopla to make a great exit? Or is there secret action taking place that no one is letting on about? The Shiba Inu is now back in the spotlight. The Shiba Inu usually follows Bitcoin's erratic behavior, a domino effect of sorts. Meme coins are struck more harder when Bitcoin starts to crash. We are currently witnessing precisely that. However, the major concern is here. Why did Bitcoin's value decline if it was ostensibly being supported? Who is trying to mislead us? Is there a major secret that has eluded us thus far? Because the reverse has transpired if this was meant to be a good thing for cryptocurrency. Above all else, what does the future hold for Shiba Inus? But they're doing the complete reverse, selling the major players as normal investors fear. As an example, consider BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world. They just reversed their strategy and began purchasing Bitcoin again after selling a large quantity in the previous week. A string of Bitcoin withdrawals was interrupted by this action, preventing the potential sale of cryptocurrency exchange-traded funds for a third consecutive day. Why is this important now? For the simple reason that large financial companies like BlackRock seldom load up by mistake. These individuals are rational decision makers. They seize opportunities as they arise. Only a few days ago, they were making billions. But right now, as of late, they've begun to purchase. This may indicate that institutional investors are making a comeback according to some observers. Is anything going to happen when large sums of money start to pour back into Bitcoin? The Shiba Inu is next. This dip could be nothing more than a setup for what's to come if this is indeed the beginning of another wave of institutional buying. Let me tell you something. Shiba Inu investors will not budge no matter how crazy things get. This is nothing new to them. They recall the year 2021, when Shiba Inu was nothing more than a meme coin, but then it staged an incredible rally, making some early investors millions.